Good afternoon. This is going to be the weekly reading for Virgo. I've got it right this time for Virgo. So I'm going to get right into it. The first card that we have is the Ten of Staves. And the staves in the traditional tarot are the wands. And basically what I'm getting with this card, because I do have a clarifier with it also, is that the message that's coming through for that is that everything is not a battle. Pick and choose your battles. Sometimes you have to know when to just stand back and observe, when to react and when not to. And a lot of times it's best to just kind of hold on before you just react and give it a minute so you can actually kind of reflect and see where you're coming from with your emotions, to make sure that you're not overreacting, to make sure that you're not, that you do have the right perspective. But this is a 10, so this is a completion of this cycle. You're going to be moving into new energy soon, calmer waters where you don't have to pick and choose battles, where things are going to be easier. Because to clarify the Ten of Staves, we have the Warrior Goddess. And once again, the message that's coming up with this, and it says, we are all made of stars, is that you're always ready to go to war. You're always ready to fight. And, this involves a lot of times kind of seeing the situation for how it is. And a lot of times we're just too sensitive. A lot of times it's not even about us. And we make it about us, and we make it personal. And so this is all about not taking everything to heart and not fighting every battle, sitting some of the battles out, because everything doesn't have to be fought. In fact, what you resist persists. So a lot of times it's best to just go with the flow. And don't resist what's happening right now, because the sooner you can do that, the sooner that will get it out of your way. When you actually go to war with it and fight it, you're keeping the situation around a lot longer than you need to, because you're adding more energy to it than needs to be. And I needed that message too, so I'm glad that that came up. Then you have the Sun card, and the Sun is one of the most positive cards in the deck. When you get the Sun card, you know that you're going to have a positive outcome. Things are going to turn around, like I said. And you're going to move out of this energy of having to fight, feeling like you have to fight, because there's going to be less battles to fight, because you're not going to align to them anymore, because you are actually going to align to your heart. And you're actually going to feel instead of overthinking everything. So when something comes up, you're going to, you're going to ask yourself, how do I feel about this? Does this resonate or does it not resonate? Because if it doesn't resonate, I am just going to walk away from it anyway, because I'm going to save my energy. That is the message that came through with that card, loud and cleared. So now we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is definitely a mental energy. So I feel very strongly that you have been going through some changes. You've been going through some conflict. You've been going through some drama. And once again, make sure that this is not other people's drama that you are being dragged into. Make sure that you have your boundaries in place. Make sure that you're not feeding into situations that are not even yours, because almost always when we do that, it comes back to bite us. I have gotten to the point where I stay completely out of my kids' shit altogether. My grown kids, because whenever I stick my nose into it, they all end up mad at me. I can give the best advice, and still I'm considering, they consider me to be like a meddler, or, I'm interfering in their situation. So I've learned now when they come to me, I'm like, nope, that's all about you. Doesn't have anything to do with me. That's your shit, not mine. So know what is your shit and what is other people's shit. So to clarify the Queen of Cards, we have the Angel of Strength card. And basically what I'm getting with this too is this also is about choosing your battles wisely. This also is about putting yourself first. and about cutting people off that are not for you, that are not for your highest good. And, you know, this involves, like I said, those boundaries, and this involves really keeping, you know, sometimes you got to keep your circle small. You know, it gets lonely sometimes, and I'm not saying, you know, be a total hermit, but sometimes you've got to kind of spend time at home alone and recharge your own battery and fill your own cup. That's the message that came through with that card. Because now we have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, this is kind of like the boredom card of the deck. And basically what I get with this card is that you're basically waiting for something to come in that's going to make you happy or fulfill you. And you don't have to do that because you need to fill your own cups first. And you need to recharge your own battery first. And this involves really doing a lot of contemplating, spending a lot of time with yourself, really going deep. Because this is definitely a boredom. This is a waiting energy. This is, oh, I just can't wait till a vacation. I can't wait till a day off. I can't wait to payday. You know, start enjoying life today. Have gratitude today. I believe that message came out last week too, maybe even the week before. Because now you have the Blossoming Abundance card. Now, how do we bring more abundance into our lives? By being grateful and being present. So when you're present in the here and now, and you're grateful for all of the little things that you have in your life, I mean, even the smallest things, even if it's just, you know, going to your sink and turning on water. You know, like I've been complaining because I live in a little 2-bedroom house and it's really crowded, and both my sons are living with me and we're just packed in here, and I've been complaining about it. And, you know, we just drove into like the city today, and underneath the bridge there's homeless people sleeping under the bridge. And I thought, wow, you know, I spent all this time complaining about my little house, and there's so many people that would love to live in this little house. So this is all about not complaining. This is all about being grateful and being in the here and now, and not being bored and not waiting for something else. You know, the time is now. You know, happiness is today. Happiness is in the present moment. Just find things to be happy about. That's the message that I got with this card. And because now we have the Wisdom card. And how do we acquire wisdom? We acquire wisdom through experiences, through life experiences, through growing, through sometimes things that we can, you know, that we don't like. I mean, we consider them to be shitty experiences. You know, and they're really not shitty because everything's happening for a reason. It's just, it's something you don't like. But in order to know more about yourself as a soul, you have to experience things that you don't like so that you know what you do like. And that's how you acquire wisdom. You learn that contrast between what you like and what you don't like, so that you can send that signal out into the universe for this Blossoming Abundance. And send that signal out into the universe about what you want and not what you don't want, because you know. Before, you didn't know. You thought you wanted things, and then when you got them, they didn't make you happy. They caused you all kinds of drama and all kinds of battles and stuff within. But now you know you don't like those situations. So now you have the wisdom. And clarifying the Wisdom card, we have the Nobility, Grace, and Gratitude. And this goes along with that Four of Cups energy. Being grateful, being very grateful for everything that you have, and even for all the lessons, even all of the painful lessons, even for all of your battle scars. Be grateful for those, because that is how you earned wisdom. That is how you have grown. That is how you have changed and evolved. So be grateful for those experiences. They were all perfectly, wonderfully, divinely guided. Because now you have the Great Fortune card. And once again, once you start showing gratitude for things that you have, the universe will say, oh, well, you know, she likes these things, so let's give her more of what she likes. Now, when you go to battle and you fight things that you don't like, then you're in that energy where the universe is confused. All the universe knows is that you're putting more and more energy into this, to fighting, to being a warrior. And so then the universe is like, well, evidently this is what this person wants more of. Whereas when you're grateful and you're happy about things that you do have, then the universe will give you more things to be grateful for. That is how the law of attraction works. And the law of attraction is always working, always. So you don't have to do anything special, but make sure you focus on what you want and not what you don't want. Because now we've got the change card. And how do you change your circumstances? Once again, by realizing through the wisdom of what you want and what you don't want, and focusing your energy on what you want more of. And not being in this energy of wanting to go to battle all the time and every little thing you just want to fight over, because it's not worth it. That's too much energy. Because change is coming. It's just, this is all about you. You are a co-creator with the universe. So align to what you want. Because you have the Dispair card. This is because you have, basically, not only have you not been choosing your battles, but you've been putting energy into things that don't need your energy. You've been putting energy into things that you really should just let go. If there are people that don't resonate, let them go. Like I said, if they don't resonate, let them go. If the situation doesn't resonate, let it go. Connect to your heart, what feels right, what does resonate on a soul level. Really spending time contemplating and not being in this waiting, impatient, boredom energy, and being present and getting out of your head and not wanting to fight every battle, because every battle is not for you to fight. Sometimes it's all about you walking away from it. So the main message that I'm getting here in this spread today, Virgo, is if something does not resonate, if it is no longer for you, let it go. Walk away from it. It's not worth putting any more energy into it and being in this despair energy, so walk away from it. And do show grace and nobility as you walk away. And still be grateful that you had those experiences, because now you know through the wisdom what you want and what you don't want from now on, so that you can align to it. So these are the messages that have came through. You do have abundance coming, and you do have positive change coming, but it's up to you. It's up to you to align to it, to what you want, and don't put any more energy into what you don't want. So that is the weekly message for you, Virgo. I'm going to include in the description of the video my contact information if you want to have a personal reading. Do email me or whatever, and we can set up a time and I can get that done for you. So thank you for watching today.